This podcast is brought to you by Kiwi Design. Kiwi is the leader in Oculus Quest and VR accessories. And now you can deck out your device while supporting the podcast.
The Oculus Quest 2 is a great headset, but do you ever find things could be a bit more comfortable, maybe a little safer? Well, we have the solution for you. With lens protectors, controller grips, face covers, head straps, link cables, headset stands, and so much more.
And let's be real, we've all whacked our controller. You don't want to be that guy messaging Oculus support for your own mistake or waiting weeks for an out-of-stock controller. Visit the link in our show notes now to prepare yourself today.
And you don't need to sacrifice comfort for cost either. Kiwi is constantly running promotions of 20, 25, and even 30% off.
Just visit the link in our show notes and use the promo code on their website to take full advantage of your savings. And be sure to follow the link in our show notes so we get credit and you help support the podcast. And remember, Kiwi has you covered for all your VR needs. This podcast is brought to you today by Zencastr, the company we choose to use for our interviews.
I remember that first interview we had and the stress that we went through trying to find a platform that we were going to host this on.
That's where Zencastr came in. With HD video recording and studio sound quality, we were able to connect seamlessly with guests all over the world.
I love the fact that it's as easy as sending our guests a link, they click on it, and they're connected.
With automatic post-production, secured cloud backup, and automated transcripts, Zencastr is the perfect solution for any remote podcast. If you want to make remote podcasting easy,
make sure you go to zencastr.com/pricing and enter the promo code Ruff Talk VR, and you'll save 30% off your first 3 months.
That's zencastr.com/pricing, promo code Ruff Talk VR. It's your time to share your story. Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR. Doing things a little bit different, remote today. We got a little snowstorm where we're at, so unfortunately we couldn't be in person together. So
little is an understatement.
Yeah, we got about a foot of snow blocking us in. So if you hear any plow, some heat going, anything like that, I apologize, but Mother Nature has gotten the best of us today. But however, the show must go on. So today we're talking about a game, while it's, cold and snowy outside, we're playing a game that will make you sweat, which is, again, not yet released. It's coming out actually tomorrow. This is the Les Mills Bodycombat game. It's planning on being what appears to be $30. It's made by Otters Lab, the same people who brought you Chess Club, O-Shape. It's a fitness game centered around, they say MMA, but it's more like, stand-up combat striking, those type of workouts. So it's boxing, knees, uppercuts, you name it, with shit. There's probably like, what does it say? 30 different workout plans. This game is intense. So we were lucky to get an early access impression of it. And, we're excited to talk about it today.
Yeah, this has been, whenever I hear like exercise games specifically designed for it, usually the best exercise games are the ones that are the byproduct of an already existing good game that it's like, holy shit, this game's really good. But then I realized how much of a good workout I'm getting while playing it. So to be able to play something specifically designed for, what going into it, I just thought, it's going to be some mediocre exercise. And it's like, damn, man, these workouts, and they give you a variety of workouts. You mentioned it, 30 different workout plans that you're getting with the base price of the game, I believe. They vary in time lengths anywhere from a couple of minutes to upwards of 30 minutes. I think like 26 or 27 minutes.
Yeah, if you're a savage and you want to do one of those, yeah, they have those ones.
Yeah, so we've been going deep into this. This thing it tracks your data. You can put in your height, your current body weight, every time you do an exercise, which will break down how that kind of works. But every time you do one, at the end of it, it gives you a question of how do you currently feel right now? The green, the yellow, the red.
But you want to hit red just to be like, I'm fucking tired. But no, you always hit green because it's a great workout.
Yeah, if you feel, like, hey, that kicked my ass, then obviously you're not green. If you feel, like, I got a lot more to give, then you're probably definitely green. Sometimes I'm probably green or yellow though so far,
No, I
But
don't think I've
yeah,
ever hit anything.
this is exceeded my expectations of what I thought and what I thought I would feel like with a workout specific game. But Body Combat is like a real legit. It's in thousands of gyms across the country. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like the Les Mills brand is a very big fitness brand as well.
yeah,
So it's cool to see
very much
these
so.
type, yeah, these type of big brands are starting to get hold. Like, hey, VR is something. Let's take a chance at it. And Otter's Lab, that's an established development team. I was a little surprised they get, again, I'm happy that we got this opportunity to play it early. I was surprised to see, like, oh my God, Otter's Lab is making a game with this Les Mills fitness people. So you gave me you played it a little bit before me, a couple hours before, and you were like, look, man, I know you're big into MMA. I know you train. Go into it with an open mind. It's not something that's it's a workout. Just think of it for your average person. Don't be like a snob or anything. And now let me be honest with you. I loaded in. There's two trainers. Their names Dan Cohen and Rachael Newsham, and they're actually like real trainers in the Les Mills fitness stuff. So they start to kind of give you like an introduction and like little tutorial. And I won't lie, Stratus was saying going with an open mind. I left the tutorial going, this is gonna be real corny. Like I was not exactly sold at the tutorial. I was like, let's see how this is, right? And the tutorial, by the way, it was good. It taught you everything, but it just kind of like abruptly ends. It's like, by the way, tutorial's done. Okay, right, now it's time to go work out. But then as soon as I did the first workout, I was like, oh my God, this is probably the best. Not probably, this is the best VR workout I've gotten yet. Like I was like, my arms are so pumping. I'm sweating. And I just did like a 5-minute one. I was like, I can't believe it. And then we did one together, or not together at the same time. We opened up the party chat, and unfortunately we can't play together at this moment, but we'll kind of talk about that more. But you savage are like, let's do one called Knees Please. That's like 13 minutes long, and we were fucking so dead. You by the end of it, because sometimes they make you hit punches that are above your head. They call them sky punches, and you really got to like raise your arms to hit them. Oh, you were like, I gotta jump to hit them because my arms are so tired. By like minute 12,
I had total spaghetti arms by the end of that one. Again,
it's no joke.
I thought it'd be more arcadey when, okay, so it's kind of rhythm based because they're bringing down different objects. One you might have to jab, one you might have to right hook, left hook, you might have to uppercut, or like you had mentioned, you might have to punch objects that are flying overhead and you punch them above your head. Oh, and then they have
hammer
like
fist.
The hammer fist, where you have to cross over your chest and then come crashing down, all in a trying to hit the sweet spot of the target, which is the middle, which I think is great, especially for the jabs and shit, because they're trying to really get you to focus the best thing. And you don't have them in front of you. I mean, they're make believe in front of you, but
no, and it's pre-recorded audio.
Need somebody there to you need somebody there to kind of like help you with your form and make sure you're at least aiming in the right direction, as dumb as that sounds. And I think they're really doing a good job with getting you to aim straight. I mean, if you're hitting the center point of all your targets,
your punches are crisp.
Right,
Yeah, you're throwing a straight punch. You can't hit that middle and throw it looping like
and
that.
You can't go soft either, because it's not going to give you much credit for throwing a wussy punch or right hook or whatever.
No, that's something I was actually going to say. Hats off to them for really rewarding in the score system proper technique and power. Like they do a good job. It's not just speed. Like you got to do good form and you got to hit it crisp in the middle and hard. And what's cool is, I'll say it's bittersweet. So like you pick a workout and they load you in, and there's like 5 or 6 other people that are in the workout, but they're not actually there with you. It's a count. Like me and you have tried to play with each other at this moment, but granted, this is early impressions. The game's not out yet or anything like that. But like we've tried to play together before, and it's just like a bunch of random people that's not us. And it's like, damn it. And one time I did get you.
You don't even see the random people. All you see is their score.
Their score. But for somebody like me who's competitive, like, okay, if they didn't have those people's scores right there, I would cruise. But I want to get first place in the workout. So like I'm going hard. But yeah, if you're not hitting it crisp in the middle and hitting it hard, you're not going to get first on the leaderboard. That's it.
No, and I think after we had played this a couple of times, I had told you that one of my beefs with some of the old, we'll say 90s workout tapes were always huge. Oh, people were into them. And there was a lot of boxing ones that came out. And I'd watch people do them, people that I know. And I'm like, that's great. You're moving your arms. It is. And you're helping your heart rate, I'm sure. I said, but you're not throwing your punches with any like meaningful intent. You're just making the motion of, you might as well just hold your hand out there kind of thing. Where this forces you to actually like, you have to throw the punch.
No, if you want a good
You're not
score,
going to
you
get
got to hit it
rewarded
hard.
for not going to get rewarded for just holding your hand out there. You got to really, and they're telling you like keep the chin down and elbows into your rib cage. They do so much motivational words. And I thought it was going to be corny to hear a coach sitting there saying, you're doing great. But everything they say seems to just be like, I don't know, it makes you feel,
No.
do you not feel good? And when you don't do it right, they just kind of repeat not necessarily what you're doing wrong, but how to do it right.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Again, it's like I left the tutorial going. This is gonna be some corny shit with them like encouraging me. Like I'm not into that stuff. But then I did the workout and exactly what you said. Like the timing, even though it's pre-recorded, the timing that they're reminding you of your stance, because they'll teach you a couple different stances to do too, and they'll show you where to hold your hands. It's like their reminder of when to do it is like it's well timed. It's probably when somebody's gonna start to slack off. I didn't find their encouragement annoying while I'm working out. I actually,
no,
you know what?
think you would, right?
No, yeah, and for somebody who actually hates that stuff, I was actually like, I don't mind it. It wasn't bad. Like they're good at what
motivates
they do.
me.
No, it was
Especially
good.
when you're doing one of the hard workouts, one of the lengthy ones, and there's like 30 seconds left, and they're going to be like, okay, we're going to end it with like 24 jabs, and that there's 24 coming over, but they're encouraging, all right, only 16
like,
more to go, and
yeah.
only 8 more to go. Okay, you're almost there, and then hit the last one, and they're like, great job,
And then the
you
hooks
can't help
come
but feel like you did good, not to mention the puddle of sweat that you'll be in, because if I have any complaint about this, it's going to be you're going to sweat like a beast.
Yeah,
a beast.
I don't think that there's been a game that compares in terms of like getting a workout in that amount of time. And don't make no mistake. There's a lot of different categories of workouts in there. There's like long ones. There's like a short category, a medium category, an intense category, a low intensity category. So you can have some workouts that are like 13 minutes long, but low intensity. You can also have some 13 minutes one that are high intensity, but you can also get those 5-minute ones that are high intensity. We did one of those today, and it kicked our ass in like what was it? 5 minutes and 47 seconds, something like that.
5:40, yeah.
But I won't lie, I do kind of like the long ones, the ones that are like more than 10 minutes. They give you a couple breaks in them for like 10, 20 seconds.
Little 20-second rest period. Which, for all intents and purposes, I don't know how much it really matters.
It gives me a chance to check the score more because, you're always peeking over at the leaderboard. You're going to start to miss stuff. And it's cool. Like the graphics.
I haven't gone above 20 minutes, though.
No, I don't find a need. Because we've been in the stage that we're just trying to explore all the different workouts. So I'm sorry. I do a high intensity, one that's more than 20 minutes. That's probably the only one. I'm probably doing that in like a 5-minute low intensity one, calling it a day. Game's intense.
Yeah,
and look, I talk about it a lot. I compete in jiu-jitsu. Like I train martial arts a lot. I work out a lot. It's not like I'm somebody who's like, yeah, I'm a couch potato and this game's hard. I was like, I went in expecting, I don't know. For last week I was saying like games have to be careful because if they're marketed towards fitness, they're not gonna succeed. They gotta sneak it in. I was really skeptical with this one, and I'm pretty fucking blown away. I'm like, wow, this is an amazing workout.
No, and this is the real deal for anybody that, like, if you legit are looking for a good workout program, and yes, I understand they're going to have some additional DLC that can be subscriptioned or whatever at some point after release, but you can live off of the 30 different workout plans they got going on. I mean, loosen up with a short one and then drop one of the, again, they got 23, 24, 25 minute different full body workouts. These are
Yeah,
it's not just arms and throwing punches and jabs. You got to duck, you got to weave,
there's no way
I
you're
mean,
getting
just
sick of all the workouts in a month. Let's be real. There's no way.
no. I mean, in theory, if you work out, typically people do the same workout their whole life. So I mean, having 30 different ones is a lot more than most people are getting.
100%. So kind of what Stratus just referenced is, yeah, they've said that they have plans to have a future subscription service where they'll have additional workouts and then some more multiplayer features. Maybe
More
that way me and
multiplayer.
Stratus
You
can.
mean the multiplayer?
Yeah. And like, I'll say for multiplayer, it would be really cool if I could see the other people, like, especially optionally. That would be like a bonus. But more important, I just want to live play with, example, we're in a party together. I want to beat your score, bro. Like, I want
See,
to.
because it's like that rhythm-based style though of hitting objects. I don't care if I see another player, but I'd like to know I'm playing against another player.
Yes, I agree with that.
So we could play against each other. Maybe in the lobby, see the avatars and shit like that. But when the
Yeah.
game plays, I don't need the distraction. I got to focus on the center of the target. And
I
they give
agree.
you cool little graphics are cool. I mean, they give you like fight gloves.
And
You're not
I won't
wearing
lie.
boxing gloves.
The live leaderboard of it being, like 6 people is pretty cool. Like I said, if you could be one of them. And one time I did pull you in the random pool of
Yeah, that was
players,
weird.
but it wasn't
But we
your
weren't
actual
actually
score.
playing. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, nonetheless. So in the
I'd gotten
upcoming,
a much better score than was actually showing
by
in your thing.
by almost 100,000. But in the upcoming subscription one, yeah, it'll just be more game modes. I'm sorry, more workouts. The multiplayer stuff. Which again, if you blow through these 30 workouts, you're like, bah, I'm bored of them all. They're too easy. You're a savage. I'm kind of intimidated of the hardest, longest one. Like, I'm all set. And it's cool. They give you a little like intensity rating on it beforehand. And something that I've been wanting to say is you mentioned it earlier that, in the 90s and whatever, in the early 2000s, people used to do these Tebow, the DVD boxing things, and they wouldn't put too much effort into it, and they're not really throwing that much good form. I think with something like this in virtual reality, it's like, dude, you load in, they have you in these MMA gloves. The graphics in the game are freaking amazing. So they have you in these MMA gloves. It's like, plus you have the weight of your controllers. If you're with like us and you have those Kiwi Pro grips with the extended handle, it's like all that extra weight. It's like you get so immersed that you're putting in so much more effort than you ever would just watching a TV screen,
Yeah, you would never put the same effort. The only thing that's going to get you better putting this effort in is to do it with human flesh and blood in front of you, throwing
in an actual
punches
gym.
at each other. Yeah, someone holding pads.
Mm-hmm.
But shy of that, I mean, look, we said it last week with freaking synth riders that, hey, this would be a great 120-day challenge for losing weight. It'd be a fun way to do it. It's like, I take that back. This is like,
This
for
is the
what
game.
this is, and this would be, I think you'd see results in this almost instantly because these workouts are not shoddy ass workouts. I mean, I'm not lying. By the time we were done with that one, the high intensity one, and they go from punching straight, I think it might have been rows of 16, to then right hooks, left hooks, uppercut, and then straight in the air, but they had you punching like, I don't know, 12 to 16 different blocks in the air. And keep in mind, you're trying to get a good score. So you're trying to not only hit them, but hit them in the right spot. I mean, dude, I'm not going to lie. The whole back of my arm right here, all right back here from back of my elbow.
Yeah, that tricep to the lat, underneath
down to my lat.
shoulder blade.
Yeah. Feeling my age, baby.
No,
yeah,
and
I just had that. I jumped to hit the last two and the whole the whole thing because I just didn't have the strength. I could only get my hands up to about my head, so I jumped to get them into. But I hit them.
I was not expecting that.
And if it wasn't for them being like, you can do this and blah blah blah, and that stupid scoreboard with the other players that are up there, it's like they do everything right to get you to work harder than you ever would if you were left to your own accord with nobody watching.
No,
you get what I'm saying? Like, hey, nobody's around, nobody's gonna know if I cheated on these exercises. Fuck it. It's like they do this. You get somebody saying how great you're doing. You got this. And then you see your scoreboard and you want first place. The sound is, the sound and the ambiance is freaking good. Like
The
you said, the
environment's great.
graphics are fucking pretty amazing.
It says on the store page there's 5 different environments. Dude, we were playing on, it looked like, I have to say, I don't know if it was, but it looked like
Look
fucking
like Mars.
Mars. Yeah, that was Mars that we were playing on earlier. Like that's awesome. And the thing is, it's not just boxing. We referenced the jabs, the hooks, the
Knees.
uppercuts. There's knees. You got to grab it,
They
and
make
then
you
there's like a
grab it
line,
and yank it down.
which they do a great job knowing. I don't know how they know which knee you throw it with, but they'll be like, throw it with your left knee or right knee. And what you do is you grab it above, and then there's like a trail that's going down. So you have to like follow the trail, and then you have to time smashing the knee down and
It's the
lifting your
hardest
knee up
one
at
to
the
do.
same time. Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's the hardest one.
I put my whole body into it, dude. I reach up like this. I'm going to extend fully back and smash. And then they have you sway. There's like these yellow things that you got to sway. Then you got to
Little
squat.
walls.
And then so sometimes you'll squat, then you'll punch straight, and then you'll squat, and then you'll have to punch up. So I won't lie, when it's like squat and then there's the ones right above, I'm doing like a full jump squat for that extra fucking score. I jump, I squat, boom, jump all the way up. Dude, and
Ceiling fan warning.
yeah, see,
Big
I got
time
high
ceiling
ceilings.
fan
I got
warning.
high ceilings at my house. I'm grateful.
And the uppercuts, dude. You got to watch your headset.
Yeah, they want you. So
I
they
popped
want
mine
you.
twice.
I popped my headset.
But that
one
just
time
shows
in
you
this,
how
but
close you're actually swinging
Mhm.
when you hit your own damn headset.
Yeah, but I've done
Dude,
that in
that's a
Thrill of
legit
Fight too.
uppercut.
Done that, but like they almost because okay, so when you hit it hard and crisp, it'll be like a big circle as feedback. So like I keep joking, they encourage you to throw Ngannou's, Francis Ngannou's for the uppercuts and the hooks. Like you'll see the hooks come, and they don't want you to throw like a tight hook that stops like right at your chest. They want you to like, wind up and just right through it, just fall through with your whole body, and that's when you'll get that big score. So they got like 10 hooks or 10 uppercuts in a row. You're throwing bus driver uppercuts. You're throwing Ngannou hooks, Ngannou uppercuts. It's wild. And then you'll go to these crisp straights. And like, again, they don't want you to throw this straight that just stops right in front of you. If you want those points, if you want that leaderboard, you got to put your whole body into it, really turn the shoulder, go crisp down the middle, fast, hard. And it's great. At the end, like you said, there's the feedback, but then it'll show you how many calories you burned. It'll show you some stat info. It'll show you your power. It'll show you there's a like kind of like stat bar for power and then a stat bar for progression. Obviously, in order to get some progression stats, you got to do the same workout, multiple times. And then same with power, it'll give you way more feedback on the power as you keep doing the workouts. And then they give you like levels. Like I think you're a little bit higher level than me because you started playing just a little bit before. I think I'm level like what? 10, you're like 12 or some shit like that.
Yeah. And then
you got a couple million score points.
Give you a score coin. Yeah, I got 2 million. I'm at 2 million now.
Which right now there's no like, so there's leaderboards in the actual round, but there's no like leaderboards of like, hey, this is
leaderboards.
I got to imagine that's gonna come. If it doesn't, it's a no brainer. Like that would add to the 120-day challenge. Yeah. Dude, imagine if we could run a 120-day challenge through this. Hey, this is our private group. Like, let's see who burns the most calories in 120 days. Boom.
Man, people are going to be strapping this to like their 10-year-olds. Go nuts for a couple hours.
Right?
Come bring daddy his headset back when it dies.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Do what the nice man and lady tell you, okay?
Yeah, I still can't. Again, I was skeptical after
this
that
changed
tutorial.
this kind of changed my belief in VR fitness a little. It made me more. I mean, I was already kind of seeing it anyways with the games that, the hidden exercise agenda that exists through careful graphics and shooting your brain full of rewarding things and sounds and colors. It works well. But VR fitness can be done legitimately and with legit results. I already know. I don't get, as much as I like the activity of some of the other games that I've even touted are very active, it's like, I guess they're just not that active as much as I thought. It's like even the low grade, low intensity, 5-minute workouts with this Les Mills Bodycombat is, you're getting your heart rate up, getting a little sweat. Well, you do again, 2 different exercises. You're like legit feeling like shit, I'm making a difference. You can feel the swell in your body parts. I mean, you're freaking dude, the amount of squats that they'll have you end up doing. And to me, these are all safe exercises. You're not actually physically hitting an object, so you don't have to worry about broken hands or wrists or fingers or knuckles. You're not running anywhere, so you don't have to worry about real joint issues. I mean, obviously, and they do tell you, even when you load in, they're like, okay, make sure
Yeah,
you
yeah,
stretch it out. Make sure
definitely
you stretch it
stretch.
out. Get loose, get loose. But again, the positive reinforcement, man, that's a huge value of this game.
Yeah, and as a guy who's again usually like that stuff turns me off very much.
Mm-hmm.
Props to them. They did a great job. These guys
Yeah,
are
I don't.
great trainers.
Never a fan of like that Richard Simmons type of you go, but the way they do it in here, it works, and they're not like gender specific either. Like if you're like, oh, okay, well they know you're a male and you're 6 feet tall, then you always get Dan.
No,
No,
yeah, you
you
get
get
both.
the mix of Dan,
Yeah.
then you get Rachael. It's like depending on the exercise. Usually you get them both at some point, and each brings their own little. I mean, they're coaches, but they're more motivational coaches than I'd say physical coaches by any stretch. But when they say stuff like, make sure you sit back on your heel or make sure you bend your knees, it
Keep
puts
your
the
hands
thought into
up.
my head. Yeah. Keep your chin down a little. It's like, you don't have to listen to them. Well, certainly not, but I listen to them. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
shit. Even
And
if you already do, I just find it's I don't know. Just
what's
rewarding.
funny? There's
Makes
a good
exercise
soundtrack
fucking
too.
fun.
There's a good soundtrack, a good diverse soundtrack, but how often do you just tune out the music while you're? I know it's there, and I'm glad it's there because it wouldn't be the same.
I'm in some sort of zone.
Yeah, it's just like I can't even tell you what the song it freaking is. It's not there to my brain.
I know it's not bad because I've never once been like, oh,
this is a bad song.
Like,
no,
taken away from my.
There's way too much more intense shit going on in your brain than some song lyrics, and that's a fact.
No, dude. I mean, like, to be honest, I'm 51, so it's like to slap exercise games in front of me. It's like you might be barking up the wrong tree, but yeah, I'll bring this one on all day, every day.
Well, because they
makes exercise fun.
100%, and they give you you don't need to do the high intensity long ones. Just do some. Look, if you do a couple, the 5-minute low intensity ones to warm up, and then maybe 1-2 tops of the medium intensity longer ones, that's a hell of a workout. And I'm 25, dude. I'm 25. Again, I train jujitsu. Like, I work out a lot. I'm not in horrible shape. Like, that's a hell of a workout for me even. So for 51, or for anybody just getting off the couch, putting on a headset, like, this is definitely my best VR workout by far.
Yeah, no, and it's an all ages thing. So it's like you could be freaking 100 if you can figure. Again, I mean, you'll hear the key words with them too. Like, if you're not doing well, then rest. You don't have to go in there and be like, oh, well, it only says 5 minutes, because we've learned 5 minutes high intensity. Man, 5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah, no, like they give
5
you
minutes is a long time. But so I mean, I don't want to lose, so I'll just keep doing it. And then we did another one after that.
Yeah, because my arms were jelly. I was like, I'm done. I'm taking a shower. Hit the showers, bro. So again, they put the categories in of like low intensity, high, like categorized, and then like short duration, long duration. But then also on them, there's like I said, like they almost look like chili peppers in terms of like but they're just the rating for how hard the workout is. Yeah, dude,
1, 2, or 3.
That is more. Yeah, on a scale of 1, 2 to 3, that is way more of an indicator of how much you're gonna get your ass kicked than the length of the workout. Like the length of the workout, like when we did the
if
13
minute 2 minutes and three little dots there, it's gonna be a nonstop 3 minutes.
Yeah, like we did
there is no 3 minute.
No, 5 minutes is like 5 minutes 30 is like the shortest one.
Yeah.
Well, we did that 13-minute low intensity one, and it was hard. It was good, but it did not compare to Knees Please. Remember Knees Please with all those freaking knees?
Please.
That's what it was called.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, we did Get Wrecked. Get Wrecked was a good one.
Get wrecked.
And that's the thing. They got like funny
one has
names.
a New Zealand accent, one has an English accent. So
yeah,
if you hear me spoofing on get
That's why.
ripped.
But I'll say
Yeah,
again,
that's
great
the only
coaches.
reason.
Hey, great job. As the
Soothing
guy,
accents. That's why too. If it was somebody from like the Bronx or something telling you, "Hey, you know, do better," probably wouldn't work for you.
yeah. Okay,
You
so
know,
here's the reality. I don't know how much their subscription's going to cost, but if you never did the subscription and just did the base content that we experienced, it is worth every penny. If you're looking for a fitness thing, if you're looking for workout, because
gym in a
hey,
box.
I have to bite my tongue. I have to like eat my words because last week I was sitting here saying like, yeah, exactly what I said before. They got to disguise it into the game. It's not. But you know what? I'm wrong. Like this, dude. If you're looking for fitness, this is it.
Fitness
Like,
saver is what it is. It's a
yeah,
fitness game.
yeah.
It's a
There's
fitness game, not disguising as one.
You know what's weird? There's definitely that rhythm game aspect of it where you're because like you're you're hitting
Absolutely.
it, but it's
The
not.
music you don't listen to, it kind of times to it.
Yeah, but I would say it's not mapped in the same way as a rhythm game because rhythm games are mapped in a way like this is going to be really hard to do for your brain, like reaction time. Whereas this game, it feels more mapped like this is going to, it's more like like actual striking combos. It's like, it's
Well,
just
yeah, and
mapped differently.
they keep the level of the jab punches the same height. They keep the hooks the same height, so they're not fucking with your head with
Yeah.
unrealistic moves here. I mean,
No, and
these
it's
are
not like
real
now
life.
you're going to punch with your, when you have your back. Yeah, it's not going to start switching
And this would
sides
be
and
my
crazy stuff
understanding that this is taken right off of their actual body combat style format. So
of their actual
it's
fitness system.
tried and proven. They're not reinventing any wheel. They're just putting it into VR.
Yeah, I have no prior experience with the Les Mills fitness system, but I gotta say, based off of this, it was pretty freaking good. I mean, and it's cool like when you load in and they're giving you the instructions and stuff. It's cool how they do it. They're not in like it doesn't look like they're in a green screen or anything, but like they virtually load in
It's the real
there with
people.
you. Yeah, like
It reminds
it
me of
you,
the old. It reminds me of the old hologram games back in the early 2000s. They had a
yeah,
couple of
it
hologram
totally
games.
they totally load in like a hologram. It's just like I was not expecting it. I was like, whoa, that was like the first initial thing you see is them load in, and you're like, holy shit, that was not what I was expecting. But yeah, hey, like I keep saying ad nauseum, as a dude who was skeptical, who was like, this looks really corny. I gotta say, once you hop into those workouts, the instruction's good, and like you're gonna get your ass kicked. Like it's a good workout, but you don't need to go crazy. Like if you're a beginner, you're out of shape. It's great. Just pick some low intensity ones, some short duration, low intensity. Get the ball rolling. I agree with what you said. Of all the games that we've talked about, and probably all the ones that we're gonna review, in the next couple of weeks, uh, there's no game better for a fitness challenge than this, just because of the amount of different workouts and the intensity. Like, my arms are sore. I can't believe it. I would not expect that from this.
No, man. I wouldn't have expected that. I would have enjoyed anything just total 100% going like, hey, it is a fitness game only. Um, no,
I'm, I'm
we had said before in another podcast, I think this is the year that fitness and VR takes a bigger turn, becomes more mainstream. And I actually believe the effectiveness. Look, me left doing the same program with no VR and just doing it off a TV screen, or me doing it in VR. I bet you the results of me doing it in VR would be 10 times better than if I was doing it watching a TV. And I'm not knocking it because
100%. It's just the amount of immersion and effort you're putting
yep.
into it. And like
So
again,
it's
those
like
those Kiwi Pro Grip controllers for that added weight, bro. It's definitely making a difference.
they've definitely done their they did their job real well because it's like but the only disclaimer I would say is like if you have no intentions of wanting to be fit or wanting to exercise, then don't fucking buy it because
No,
you're gonna
it's
hate
a
it.
fitness game.
You're gonna be
It's a
like, oh, this
fitness
sucks
game.
ass. It should never be marketed as anything else. It shouldn't be marketed as rhythm. It's fitness to the core. But I don't care what you train. You could be swimmer, you could be basketball, football, martial arts. It doesn't matter. You're going to get a huge benefit from doing these exercises. It's like I can already
100%.
tell I'm stoked about it because we had talked about the 120-day synth rider challenge. It's like I'm changing it to and we'll talk about it on Reddit, I'm sure, but setting up the Les Mills Bodycombat challenge, and I think it would probably be more like 45 days, 60
Yeah,
days
you'd say
tops.
something like that. Because, 120 days we'll be
Dude,
going.
you'd be some tone. You'd look pretty tone in 60 days doing, and
But
for real, because it's like people are going to hear this thing and be like, dude, no big deal, throw some punches. It's like, yeah, you think so? Put it on the high intensity.
yeah,
Do
start
10,
doing those
13
squats,
minutes.
those sky punches. Even though the sky punches are the most unrealistic, and those the way they're having you do the hammer fist, those are like
Yeah.
the most unrealistic strikes there. But the squats and the sky punch, those above ones, those are the ones that'll kick your ass the most. Especially when they're not just doing the double up at once, when they're having you like I call it almost like they're having you fist pump. They're having you go one hand over the other. The party boy just
Oh yeah.
that's the most tiring.
Yeah. No, the club punches.
And don't get me wrong, like obviously I'm a little biased. Okay, I thought I was gonna hate it because I was gonna be an MMA snoot, but like it's pretty freaking cool that it's all, MMA and striking based. But hey, you gotta understand, like it's pretty freaking cool for me to be able to see like my 51-year-old dad be able to work out in a fun way that it's a workout that I'm doing, and I'm like, this is a legit
And
freaking
post a good
workout.
score.
Yeah. It's not like he's like, oh hey, I just touched my toes a little bit. It's like, I'm seeing I'm doing the exact same one as you.
Yeah, that's what's cool is the playing field is the same. It's not like any harder for you than it is me or anyone else who does it. So when everyone
No, so
and what we do is we sync up by going, okay, on the count of 3, hit start,
yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. So we at least know we're doing the same exercise
At the same
routine and
moments.
format.
Yeah.
So we can feel each other's pain and enjoy the suffering when you're throwing 16 punches straight above your head after doing numerous other things for it's fun. It's brought, but again, if you're not looking to better yourself,
yeah,
in any capacity, then run from it because it's nothing but you're going to work out. You're not going to play it sitting down on the couch. And I mean, I suppose you could maybe, but
no, if you're sold on VR fitness, this is a great game for you. And I'll even say, if you're one of those people on the fence, like, hey, I've kind of been wanting to get in more shape, but I don't really want to I don't know. I don't want to go to the gym.
There's people that have given up going to the gym because of COVID. They just don't want to deal with the people.
And you're like, I don't know. I'm not really into the whole rhythm games, and I don't know, dude. This is your game too. This is
Now, if you're in the rhythm games, you got no problem with a little exercise. You need to pick this up.
Yeah, for those people, it's a must own. For the people who are on the fence and they're just like, I kind of want VR fitness, but I'm not. I don't know. I would say this is the great one because it's, dude.
Summer's around the corner. No, I see a lot of potential with this, with people having leagues and fitness tournaments, and we've already done some discussion, and it's like there's so much potential for taking this to just personally different other areas with your friends. Setting up different, and you can, the data analysis they're grabbing from it is where I think it's going to be. I
hope they continue to grow that.
Yeah,
hope they grow that.
A year from now, I'd like to be able to look in a crystal ball and be like, "Oh shit, that's all that data that they were able to collect."
Yeah, no, this is cool. Definitely one I want to stay consistent with. It's,
and I'm hoping the multiplayer isn't paid content only.
No, because even if it's
I'm a little sad if that is. I'm not gonna.
I understand if they restrict some multiplayer things to it and live classes. But at least being able to see a monthly leaderboard, or dude, I really wish we could play together.
Yeah. No,
it would be a game changer.
At least they give us the ability to have some other scores to go against in real time too. As you're playing, those scores move. You screw up, and it's like you're in second or third place. And
yep, AI's got no problem passing you.
I just don't know where they're getting the scores from, because it had me with a score that I was doing in real time.
I've seen some other YouTubers with some scores.
And that was the first time I'd ever even played that. And it just didn't make any sense. I'm like, where do they get my name and my score from? But who cares? We'll see what happens when 100,000 people are playing it,
right? And it actually rolls out tomorrow. But
No, in home. And dude, you can do this in a hotel room. I mean, anywhere you have an Oculus space. And since we all know people are traveling with their headsets now, it's like you can have a real total upper body workout and don't even have to leave your freaking room.
and like
Upper and lower, sorry.
there's more of a ceiling warning than anything, because they don't have you walk around. They want you standing still in the same spot. They'll have you
No,
switch
you're
your
in three
stance,
different
like,
stances. Three.
yeah, they'll have you move your left foot forward, then your right foot forward, and then they'll have you go into a neutral, like, even stance. But you're not like, walking 6 steps forward, walking steps backwards, just
Turning
ceiling fan
around,
warning.
nothing. No.
What?
No, if you got low ceilings, you're screwed. Like me.
No. Yeah.
Every time even the uppercuts, I get scared because sometimes they do like them cartoony ones where I follow through with every punch.
Bus driver uppercuts. That's what the Ngannus. But
I don't know
they roll
this
out,
Ngannou guy you talk about.
they roll out
the
the social features in this game, and I honestly think it'll be the premier fitness game on the Quest. Like,
it has potential to be, because it already has a good name. It's like it already has a foundation around the world that people recognize as, so they have an look, I've never done body combat before it dropped in VR and we started playing it. So I
never did Les Mills before either.
Exactly. So it's like there's going to be a bunch of people who are going to have that experience, who are going to, so I'm curious what their opinion's going to be, probably more than my own.
Yeah, the Les Mills
just going into it blind like that. Yeah. Just like anything else. Going into it blind and just having this, it's like, damn, if they stay with this and continue to add some content and,
social features.
A couple of social features, I think we're in great shape.
I would say
literally, no pun intended.
Yeah, right. We're in great shape. No pun intended. The social features, I'd argue, is even more important than the new workouts right now, just because there's enough workouts to keep you preoccupied for quite a while.
Yeah, 30. And again, the minimum time one is 5 minutes, and do anything really quickly for 5 minutes is going to kick your ass. But you get those ones that we haven't even touched on that are in there, the mid-20s, 20-minute high-intensity workout. My brain, I don't even want to click on it to see what it's like, because I know once I start it, I'll kill myself to finish it. And it's like I'd rather just work up to it by doing more of the medium intensity ones.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a little intimidated of the really long high intensity one.
Get rigged.
So, get rigged, bro.
Get rigged, mate. Get rigged.
All right, so get prepared to freaking sweat in this one, man.
Yeah, that's my, I mean, it's not a score hit on them, but you're gonna sweat unless you've just got insane cardio.
Yeah.
And you live in 110 degree weather your whole life, and you're used to working out in that kind of atmosphere.
Again, it's
great. Like I'm not like wicked out of shape, but it's like I'm gonna sweat like crazy after the second one.
It's definitely great cardio. There's no denying that, but let's not undersell the muscular aspect of it too. Like I said, my arms are pumped. I got some definition feeling.
If you're doing it right, things are tight. You're gonna feel the blood flow for sure.
And like all exercises, if you get what you put out of it, you go there to get last place and not care about hitting anything perfect, and whatever.
Save your money.
Yeah, but I question if you could in VR though, because of how immersive it is. Like with those gloves, you're like,
there's lazy people everywhere. I mean,
that's true.
Okay, here's one. You don't really have to smash your knee up.
Yeah, you could just smash it down.
Knees. You could just grab the thing from the top and just throw it down.
Which you're still getting an upper body workout, but
but you're a bum because you're cheating. But we discovered that just in playing it, that like, oh wow, you don't actually have to, because we were curious how they track your knee when they really don't.
It's more about you smashing it down.
But who you're doing the injustice to by not doing that. So that's why I'm like, if you're not into wanting to better yourself or
don't even bother
work out, then just save your money and don't cry about nothing.
But if you're looking,
enjoy, just be you and be happy. But to those who enjoy a good workout or looking to get into it, maybe they don't want to join a gym. I'm down with not joining gyms. I'm gonna spend that money and maybe not go all the time.
Right. This is a one-time payment, $30.
$30 for 30. Well, you're never going to get the level of attention that on your headset that you're going to get at a gym.
Right.
Not for that money. $30 and you're going to get 2 personal trainers telling you how great you're doing.
Yeah.
No.
And
That
I'm
costs
sweating.
a lot of money.
I'm sore on this. All right, you want to get to our final thoughts and our rating, everything like
go
that?
for it.
All right. So right before that, I always like to say, if you've been enjoying the podcast, be sure to subscribe, rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you're listening to or listening on. Also, if you check out our show notes, you can find the link there to join our official podcast community at reddit.com/r/Ruff Talk VR. Or if you're international and slash it a little hard on your keyboard, that can also be rufftalkvr.reddit.com. There you can join an ever-growing community of Ruff Talk VR fans. We also got a link for our Discord server, a link for our podcast sponsors, Kiwi, Zencaster, a link to support the podcast with, at our Buy Me a Coffee link where you can support the podcast either with a one-time payment or an optional, monthly podcast donation to help make this baby full-time. Also, definitely join the subreddit because, Stratus and I have been talking. We got a couple extra keys for Les Mills Bodycombat. I think we got to announce some sort of fitness challenge. We got to plan something, and then I think we're gonna run a little giveaway for a couple of these keys. So definitely join the subreddit there. You'll see more info posted about that. And other than that, let's get to our final thoughts and our review. So like always, we break things down into 4 categories: gameplay, aesthetics, functionality, and replayability. With each category rated 1 to 25, with the total of the 4 categories being the final score. So starting with gameplay, I'm going to hit them with a clean 25 on gameplay. I had a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of different workouts. The lack of multiplayer is unfortunate right now. It's cool that they have all those different profiles there, but in fairness, the game's not exactly out yet, so let's see what happens, a little bit out of it. But I'm gonna flag them elsewhere for the lack of multiplayer as well, so I won't hit them in the gameplay section for that. The actual gameplay itself, the workout, the music, the motivation from the coaches, they knock it out of the park. It's mapped great, it's designed great. There's low intensity workouts, medium, long, short. You can you can get months out of really good workouts out of this. So gameplay, I'm going to give them a 25. Aesthetics as well, I'm going to give them a 25 because graphics are tight. Music's good, but I barely listen to it. Like I said, my brain seems to just tune it out. But the graphics are amazing. You load it in, you do the classic thing that you do in every VR game that you look at your hands for a second. You got these nice MMA gloves. The models are nice. Everything's nice on the aesthetics. I'll give them 25 there. Functionality, I'm going to give them a 25 as well. I've had no glitches or nothing like that as well. No, technical issues yet. So, there's no times I go to hit the thing and I'm like, well, it didn't track properly or, no issues there. So 25 on functionality. And then replayability, I'm going to give them a 20 because they don't have the multiplayer. 30 workouts, that's a shit ton. That's plenty to keep you going. But, with no leaderboards or friend activity, I mean, you can't play together right now. That's the only spot I'm going to hit them. So 20 on the replayability. So 25 gameplay, 25 aesthetics, 25 functionality, 20 on replayability, total of 95. I think this could be the best fucking VR workout on the store easily.
Yeah, there's a couple other models that are out there, and one, of course, subscription based, so it doesn't surprise me that these guys could go a similar route. But
no, but the amount of content they're giving you for free,
it's for $30.
I'll be disappointed again if all the social features are paywall locked. That'll be disappointing, but
yeah,
let's see.
I mean, I'm not going to beat them up for the multiplayer yet. If I were, because I'm looking as an early impression. If it releases and down, within 60 days, there's no multiplayer option, then I'd be a little sour because the verbiage multiplayer does exist in the real world for, future content of the game, but I fear it's part of the paid subscription, which would suck. Because I'm kind of with you on the replayability portion, that the only thing that'd keep it consistently replayable is the ability to play it with some friends.
And you don't
but
need,
we'll see if they
you don't need 150 workouts. To me, it's the social aspect. But sorry to cut you off.
if
This
they
is your
do
time.
no, it's all right. If they do at least the ability to see legit like what your friends posted or ghost score how theirs was in real time as you play, then I guess I'd be content with that. But anywho's, I'll what? I know you got something to say.
Oh, I was gonna I was gonna say, seeing each other in person, it's totally unnecessary. That's like the platinum bonus. If you could see each other, that'd be freaking awesome. I totally understand
I
why you
just don't
can't
see
though.
how you would, because you
No, I
gotta know
think
the
just
objects coming at you.
I agree. I think just having the simultaneous leaderboard with either, like you said, a ghost score that they've previously had, or you know,
Yeah.
uh, simultaneous, that's more than enough.
Yeah, I'd be just something that I know that my friends aren't being bums and they're actually playing, and I can see their shit legit. And the data collection. It'd be neat if I could if I can, add you as a friend, blah blah blah, and then over the course of, a couple of months, it's got enough data on you that I can see like how many calories you burned in this game, and I can see what your intensity was for it. But there's a method to their madness, I'm thinking, a lot more than just what we've seen so far. So I'm just hoping that it all comes together. But anywho's, gameplay 25. I mean, dude, it's an exercise game, but it's wicked freaking fun and you feel good. Not that like rewarding, oh, I just worked out hard. And no, it's a totally different kind of rewarding. I mean, I think again, just proof of the immersion of VR, and to the level that it can take something like as painful as exercise. Because I'm not the first one to jump up and down and say, oh, I'm going to go work out today and punish my body. But you've seen it with this game. It's like, okay, yeah, let's go do a high intensity and crush ourselves. And I mean, we hear each other because we're in the party chat. So we hear the pain, at least on my end. I was begging for mercy last night, begging. But 25, if you're into working out or want to get into working out, it is a 25. All these will be zeros if you do not like exercise. Aesthetics, again, there's some shit going on with the graphics that I don't know. I get tunnel vision when I play this, similar to the sound, which the sound quality and the score in the game is great. But I'm so focused when I play, especially when I'm trying to beat these, 5 other who knows what players they are or where they got their score from, but I'm trying everything I can to beat them. So I'm really not getting to take full advantage of the scenery. It was when you pointed out, dude, I think we're on fucking Mars. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess we are on Mars.
That
No
wasn't
shit.
until after the workout was done.
Yeah, I have like no knowledge, but that's how intense like I'm focusing on it. But aesthetics, they are 25. They're tight and the sound quality is crisp. And to me, the sound is really crucial because, especially with those motivating words, functionality. Look, there's a lot of swinging, swiping, dodging, weaving, ducking, punching up, punching, and no glitches. I mean, I thought for sure I'd have a hand tracking issue on one of the sides here and there because you're dealing with 3 different stances, and the high intensity workouts, they can throw some things at a pretty good clip at you. Nothing off time or anything. They're not trying to get you to hurt yourself. Like I'm sitting here throwing imaginary punches too. Like it makes a difference. But I couldn't find any issues with the functionality. I couldn't shit. I didn't even step out of my Guardian playing this. The only thing I would say is function yourself in a good position to not break a ceiling fan, and tell people when you're playing it to not step in front of you, because man, I'm telling you, you throw some hooks and some uppercuts, and I can tell somebody sometime is going to be taking a shortcut across the floor in front of somebody playing this and not realize that they're playing this, and they're going to get knocked the hell out. It's ridiculous. But 25 on functionality, replayability, yes, I agree with you. There's only so far you're going to take your solo routine of working out to videos of I shouldn't say videos, but different routines. You're going to need that some sort of social aspect that makes you want to keep coming back. Like, hey, Monday through Thursday is our group, where you can have those functions and create little contests and shit. So I'm in the same boat as you. I give them a 95. If they drop some good social features, surprised you didn't ask for a selfie cam. Like the workout selfie cam. All covered in sweat.
Not necessarily in this because you can't physically see the other people, but ha 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 ha. Because you know me, I love my fucking selfie cam.
Right.
Too bad you can't make your own music. Not make your own music, but like import your own music or pick your own
custom songs for your workout. But again, I don't even. It sucks because I know the music score is really good, but my ability to really focus on it while we're playing is
no. I don't know any of the music. I can't tell you what it sounds like.
I'm listening to what coach is saying, and I'm following the directions, and I'm hitting the sweet spots. And I know you. I mean, I talk shit to the opponents that can't hear me. It's the dumbest thing ever.
I do it too. I'm like, I'm not getting beat by this fucking guy.
Yep. Like, it's not today's not your day, man. Today's not your day. And just, so hats off to them. I mean, you got two different generations of age group, and we both seemingly love it. Although you're more into athleticism.
So wait, what'd you give it for replayability? 20?
20. Yeah.
20. So 20 exact same score, 95.
And pretty much the exact same reason. I'm not gigging them for not having multiplayer. I'm just saying there's only a certain point where even when you exercise, you need that friend motivation too.
I'm not gigging them for multiplayer right now, but I'll be very, very honest. Don't paywall all of the social features. Then I'll gig you a little bit.
No, at least 6 months down the road from now,
it's
we're
subscription
talking about this again, and everything's 100% paid content down your throat. You get nothing for free. Paid $30, you get your 30 levels, and get the hell out of here. It's $1 level. What do you want? I'll be a little sore.
Even if they don't give you really more free levels, I understand that. It'd be nice if they could sell like DLC packages of it or the subscription, but the social content I don't think should be paywalled. But nonetheless, let's see what happens with it. One thing I didn't say before that I didn't want to really like flag them on functionality for this, but maybe something that they should look into. It might be tough because the instructors reference the colors of like the things that are coming at you, like one's green and one's purple, but it would be nice if you could change that. Like if you could pick it.
I mean, there could be some colorblind issues.
Yeah, that's the only reason I say that. But
and occasionally they do mix where your right hand does have to punch to the left side as well as the right side, and you can't cheat it. So you wouldn't know that necessarily. Yeah,
I don't know. I was going back and forth. Like, do I drop 5 on functionality because you can't? I ended up not, but it's worth mentioning that like if the developers are listening to this, don't paywall the social content, and maybe add in an option to change the colors of things.
Yeah,
you don't really need to change the colors of the ducking and the swaying things because that's obvious just off of shape. But the actual punching, yeah, maybe
it's possible.
Just food for thought.
It's been a complaint with other things. Not a complaint, but I mean it makes sense. And other games have actually done it, where they've added the ability to at least knock out certain colors so that you don't have to worry about
hey,
not being
what if
able
you're
to
like,
see it.
Dude, green and purple are the exact same thing to me.
But yeah, VR again, just proving everything's better in VR.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, I hate saying it, but dude, it's fun as hell. I'm already thinking like, damn.
Kind of want to play a little bit, right?
Do I want to do a 15-minute high intensity? Or do I want to go for one of those like 23 plus high intensities just to get it off my chest to know whether I'm going to be doing an episode next week or you'll be pulling the plug on me?
Again, you're not somebody who goes to the gym every day or anything like that. No. This type of program, something like this, because it's so fun, it's engaging, this could be something that gets somebody like you, consistently fit, like into fitness. I think that this is the perfect fitness challenge one. Like this game is the best.
Yeah, this one will give legit before and after photos too. This isn't one where I think,
it's not just cardio. not just cardio.
I think overall you're going to get a good roundness and much better results long
And
term.
go,
And I'm not knocking our other challenge because that seemed kind of fun too. But
yeah,
this one,
with
if you're
synth
looking for
riders
quicker gains with like more legit workout, this
and
is it.
variety. And if you
Yeah,
really
maybe.
want to challenge, if you want to add extra bonus points, go visit our show notes, go to our Kiwi link, go buy those pro grips with
weighted
the
grips.
extended handles. Yeah. They don't sell them as weighted handles. They do
No.
have weighted handles. Those are different. But we're talking about the pro.
I noticed a big difference with those swinging the hooks, the right and left hooks. They're
Yeah.
much more rounded and fluid, like smooth.
Oh, the first time I did Thrill the Fight with the pro grip controllers, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I have these. And like, dude, playing Blade and Sorcery with those hilts, or because it feels like a fucking sword hilt. So you're playing a game like
totally
this.
Got you. That's what I was kind of hoping for when we got them.
Yeah, easily doubling the weight of the controller. So you're playing a game like this that you're punching. It's like, dude, my back, my shoulders, my neck, my arms. The funniest commentary so far has been the night that we did Knees Please. You were like, no more sky punches, no more. And then they started to come, and you're like, no.
Oh yeah, I did.
Dude, your commentary was beautiful.
I finished though, and I had first place in my little group of.
You know,
what may or may not be real people. I don't know.
You know, it would be a great compromise for social features if they want to paywall some of them. If like maybe to play in live rooms in like a live class, like example, at 6 p.m. we're doing this mode. You know, maybe those are subscription. But if you want to play with friends, asynchronous, at the same time, I don't think that should be paywalled. But maybe do some live classes, with live leaderboards. Like, yeah, that I can understand. But some private,
paying attention to see where they.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. My dream, if I could have, fancy, it would be like, yeah, if we could start a private league so I could invite any players to, like, example, we start a Ruff Talk VR league for our community fans, or our podcast community fans, and then, we can invite anybody who wants to partake in the challenge, and then it tracks all the data. It would be so freaking cool. But that's just fancy land. I don't hold any grudges or expectations for that stuff.
If they could treat it like a Fitbit, because it's like I wear one and it tracks, but I pay an extra $5 a month because I want more data. So
that would be worth it for the subscription.
Yeah,
I agree.
I was just thinking, depending on the level of data they can actually collect, which is not a lot at this time, I don't believe. But if they can reach a little bit better level of being able to track more than, perceived calories burned, we'll say, and heart rates and all that shit, then that would be worth paying an extra, $5 a month for.
Yeah. If we get enough people to do this fitness challenge, what'll really show will be the diet. The people who just worked out and the people who worked out.
And ate well as well.
You'll see that. But it'll be cool. I hope we can get some people on this.
I mean, you can do this and eat as shitty as you want, and you're just going to maintain,
like any workout. Yeah.
You're not going to look worse,
but
you're
if
just
you're
never going to look better.
Shape, man,
you'll maintaining the storm.
All right, we can talk forever about this. So let's wrap this baby up. I'm glad this, like I said though, the show must go on. We're snowed in this week, but here we are. We're still doing our damn thing. And on Friday, we're dropping an App Lab review of a great tower defense game, Iron Guard. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be, Stratus found it. And geez, we've been hooked for weeks. So this is probably one of the best App Lab games we played yet. So stay tuned for that on Friday.
Sweating balls with body combat.
Yeah, right. Go from sweating balls with body combat to some nice tactical tower defense. So stay tuned for that on Friday.
Have a good week.
Podcasting remotely can be a challenge. And when we first began interviewing developers, we ran into every headache imaginable.
From connection issues to video lag to sound quality performance, we knew there had to be a better platform we could use.
That's where Zencastr came in, allowing us to easily connect with guests all over the world. Zencastr is simple to use with no download needed. With studio quality sound, HD video recording, automatic post-production, automatic transcripts, and a cloud backup, Zencastr is the perfect solution for any remote podcast.
If you'd like to have the same easy experience that we did, For all your podcasting and content needs, then make sure to go check out zencastr.com/pricing and enter the promo code RuffTalkVR, and you'll save 30% off your first 3 months.
That's zencastr.com/pricing, promo code RuffTalkVR. Zencastr, making remote podcasting easy. Hey guys, Dscruffles here. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you listen to. And definitely don't forget to check out our official subreddit and join us there at r/RuffTalkVR. There you can join a community of other podcast fans, join us for some podcast meetup games, get first scoop on new episodes, interact with us a little bit directly, and more. As well, be sure to check out our official podcast supporter link, the Buy Me a Coffee link you can find right in our show notes, where you can donate to the podcast either one time, multiple times, become a monthly supporter. That way you can help us on our journey to make podcasting a full-time gig so we can continue to bring you more great podcasting content. As well, be sure to visit the Kiwi Design link in our show notes as well, where you can go and shop for different Oculus Quest 2 VR accessories, whether it's knuckle straps, lens protectors, face shields, whatever. Kiwi has you covered. So again, visit the Kiwi Design link in our show notes, help support the podcast, and pick yourself up some sweet Oculus Quest 2 gear.